As if this day couldn't get any worse. Oh, tell me it's true. Oh God, SunnyV2, no, say psych. Say psych, please. I can't even read the title. It's so heartbreaking. I'll try though. 80% of Pimp My Ride was fake. Here's the evidence. Oh no, he's got evidence. Oh no, I thought it was. Oh, I thought he wanted. Oh. Anyway, so hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to a reaction video. It's a freaking Pimp My Ride. Remember Pimp My Ride? I used to watch it here and there. Dude, Ghost Ride the Whip or whatever. I played the game. Shout outs, Pimp My Ride the game. What a game it was. Anyway, so this is SunnyV2. Of course, a brand new video. It's Thursday. December 21st, year of our Lord. I didn't say the year though. 2023, year of our Lord. Whatever. Anyway, 80%. That's actually pretty low. I thought it was just gonna be straight up 100% of it was fake. What part was real? I wonder. The people? Maybe they actually got real people. And then what would be fake? I guess everything else. It wasn't their actual car. Maybe it was just like a car they already made. Like. It was CG. I don't fucking know. Was Exhibit even not there? Even not there? Was he even is not there? I don't freaking know. Let's get to a link in the description. 3, 2, 1. Wait. 3, 2, 1. Play.
You're at a house. It's not my house. It's a staged house.
And the contestants' houses weren't the only thing Pimp My Ride lied about.
No,
the reactions were staged and retaken multiple times. Certain upgrades were taken off as soon as the cameras cut.
It's for a boat. He goes, it's a GPS for waterways. It will not work in your car.
And disappointingly, even Exhibit himself had no real interest in cars.
Soccer moms coming up to me, telling me about their husband and their car that he had since the 60s. And I was like, stop talking to me about this. I know as much as you do.
When asked if the show was fake, a former contestant replied with a single word correct, which isn't surprising as the show even lied about who the contestants were. For example, in Season 2, Episode 10, Brooke was introduced as a 22-year-old film lover working hard to go to grad school, which had been fabricated by the producers as she was actually a 25-year-old cocktail waitress planning to move back to New York. The reason for this, as explained by Jake from Season 3, was because Pimp My Ride only picked people in their early 20s.
But how about the film grad thing? Why? Wait, why?
Confirming that the show was lying about contestants' details before filming had even started.
I don't even understand why. So if they're 24, you're fucked.
Each contestant doesn't.
I guess not. She was 25. They just lie or whatever.
Picked. He has no idea. I'm about to pimp his ride.
Yet this was strange, as the contestant always answered the door, always had a microphone on them, and even had their.
Of course, it was fake. Come on.
Windows blacked out, as if they didn't want cameras seeing inside. Well, it turns out
you can fucking see inside. Wait, what? Let me guess. You can see inside when they open the fucking door.
Brooke, the supposed 22-year-old film lover,
or are they doing something maybe?
Pre-selected by a friend to appear on the show, and as a result, she'd state, when Exhibit showed up at my house to tell me I'd been chosen, not a surprise. What was a surprise was when the producers
it was not her house too. You skipped that part.
React and then react again to Exhibit showing up.
Oh my God, it's Exhibit!
And she wasn't the only contestant who'd had this experience.
They push you on how to say it and what to say and everything like that.
The show didn't have an actual script, but they did steer the dialogue in a direction that they wanted.
Yeah, a lot of reality TV shows are like that, right? I think so.
I said something they liked.
Would you count this as a reality TV show? I guess so, right? Every time I think of reality TV show, I think of like Big Brother or some shit. I don't think of like, yo, I'm gonna pimp your ride, yeah, I don't know.
They would have me repeat it over and over.
Like Monster Garage is a reality TV show. American Chopper was, because there was like a. Even fucking what's that? Pawn Stars is kind of a. Is it a reality? Because we're learning about stuff. I guess we're not really learning about pimp. Like, what are we learning? They put a bunch of shit that doesn't actually work into a car. And they don't. I don't think they show you putting in. I don't remember actually. Fuck it.
This had been commented by Seth, who appeared in Season 5, who was also well aware that Exhibit was coming. Oh shit! Stating, "They told me I was in the running for my own episode, but it was between me and 2 other people. When I was sitting in the house waiting for a knock at the door, they said that it was either going to be Exhibit or a producer telling me I didn't win." Thinking back on it, that was all bullshit, but it did make the surprise genuine.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I think. All right.
Which was the same experience as Erin from Season 4. for episode 2.
She was one of 3 contestants. One of them would be chosen. Someone came and knocked at the door. If it was Exhibit, they won.
Each contestant was at least somewhat aware that they'd be getting a knock on the door because, well, the homes they were in were actually...
Why couldn't they just say that in the show? Because they're like, they're either expecting me or, I don't know, the producer man.
Owned by Pimp My Ride. A Huffington Post article clarified that these houses were oftentimes not the contestants' homes. Instead, each dwelling had been rented by MTV. For example, when Jake from season 3 was asked, did the film crew show up and stage the whole...
So, wait. So they put... So, alright, now it's falling apart. You might get a knock at the door, it might be the producer, it might be Exhibit, but you put me in a fucking other, like a MTV rented house. Why would you do that unless I'm being chosen, right? You know what I mean? Because it'd be one thing if you didn't want to film their house, I get that, but if you're not filming them at all because it's going to be a producer knocking, then what the fuck? Whatever.
Prize as part of the episode, he'd respond by stating it wasn't my house. It was a place owned by one of the crew members. Similarly, Seth from season 5 stated, the house was rented from Craigslist because I lived in an apartment, and they need a house with a big open driveway for filming, which is certainly reasonable, although sometimes the house was part of the person's story. In season 2, for example, Eric's car had supposedly been beat up in the rough streets of Compton.
In Compton, ain't no street lights in Compton.
However, judging from a quick look at Google Maps, it seems the episode was filmed in a much nicer neighborhood. Yeah. So if Eric's story was inconsistent and Brooke's
that was a different part of Compton.
Earlier was downright
fabricated. That was the nice part of Compton.
Then who else's stories were exaggerated for the sake of the show? Well, it seems pretty much all of them. In season 3,
okay, so not 100%.
His grandma who smoked, and as a result, the show threw an extra few dozen cigarette butts in the car to make her just look like a totally disgusting person. On top of this, the show interviewed Jake's
or a total disgusting person, as the quote actually
girlfriend toward the start of the episode, yet MTV apparently questioned me having a girlfriend and suggested I dump her because it was better for my desperate dude with a shit car image. God damn! Stating, why would we want a kid to break up with his girlfriend? How would that have helped the show?
That's a fucking great question. Why even break up with her? You could just say you don't have a girlfriend. Who gives a fuck? Just tell your girlfriend, hey, they want me to pretend to be somebody different. I don't have a girlfriend, so don't show up today. Who cares? We're getting a free car. Fuck it.
So while Jake's claim about his girlfriend...
you have to have no pussy, or you're not...
and was somewhat questionable, the cigarette story was confirmed by Seth, who had a similar experience. I know I'm fat, but they went the extra mile to make me look extra fat by telling
they're Laffy Taffies in the backseat.
Telling the world that I kept candy all over my seat and floor just in case
I made my car into candy. Oh my god, did they do that in that Pimp My Ride episode? That might be really funny to watch. It's just a random reaction. Just watch Pimp My Ride.
However, it seems the fakest story was Justin's in season 6. His front bumper had supposedly fallen off in a car crash.
Here is the result of a 3-car pile right here.
Although according to a 2010 tweet...
Why does it look okay? We shouldn't be a little dinged up? It's just hanging off.
My friend Justin was on Pimp My Ride. On TV, he said his RAV4 was involved in a 3-car crash. No, it wasn't. Dude beat his car up with a bat.
Oh, just... to fabricate the story?
The same user then clarified, what he told me was that MTV suggested to him that he and his friend should do more damage to the car, which was confirmed by Justin himself, who'd add, yes, they removed my front bumper, used aircraft remover, and enhanced the dent on the side of my car. Whilst introducing the episode, Justin stated,
one of my crazy ex-girlfriends actually threw nail polish on my hood.
Although when he was asked, why are all your ex-girlfriends so angry, Justin revealed it was just something I made up, while Aaron...
Except for the last one, she cheated on me, it said, would Exhibit.
From season 4...
No, Exhibit!
Was also encouraged to make her car look bad.
The Exhibit is open.
They asked
Wait,
to leave
that sounds like he's
trash
gonna get
in
fucked.
the car. We went to In-N-Out, so they...
I'm sorry, hold on. She just have a snake?
Bad.
They asked to
yeah, she has a snake. Alright.
leave trash
Just making sure. Just making sure.
in the car. We went to In-N-Out, and so they told me to leave it in the cup holder, so I did.
It seems the only real part of the show's intro was Exhibit's improvised dialogue.
Because it wasn't scripted. I could say whatever I want to say.
And when Exhibit drove the car to the shop.
Exhibit did actually take the cars and drive them away, with the exception of a few that were too broken down, and then they made it look like he did.
Although this segment created even more problems. Most people believe that PMR takes the car and gives it back in like a week or something. That's what I thought was going to happen too.
Whoa!
But in actuality, they took my car for roughly
7 months,
being a massive inconvenience for some of the show's contestants.
And they make it look like they're moving really, really fast, but in reality, they weren't.
When asked for the 5 months they had your car, did they supply you with a replacement car?
No.
Justin from season 6 replied, no, they gave me $2,000 to rent a car. But I was 19 at the time. I rented a car for a month and it cost me $1,000, forcing Justin to find his own transport for the remaining 4 months.
Yeah, because like that's not gonna help you.
From season 5 had a similar experience, being forced to go to a really small shady company off the freeway by LAX because they were the only ones willing to rent to me because of my age. It sucked having that rental car because they wouldn't take payments over the phone, so once a month I had to drive all the way from West Covina to LAX just for them to swipe my card.
What the fuck?
Although the rental situation was better for other contestants.
They had my car for about 6 months, and that time I had
Is this the same car?
Car for 6 months as well.
With Jake from season
I'm assuming it is. With the fucking car screen on, the TV screen on the fucking hood.
Adding, they gave me a really nice Mitsubishi Lancer to drive for the time they had the Buick. In the meantime, the crew began to plan how the rides were going to be pimped, although according to a former production staffer, this was also somewhat staged. The boardroom scenes with the WCC crew took a long time to shoot. They often had to be fed line by line. Some of those guys never really got used to being on TV. Some of the lines in the shot probably seem rehearsed because producers would come up with them and feed them to the WCC guys, although excluding this, the mechanics were fairly innocent. The segment where they'd pimp the car was almost impossible to fake.
They really did put shit in the vehicles and change everything out.
But when contestants were shown what their new car looked like, Pimp My Ride
they've seen it multiple times.
Employed even more staging. Finally came the day for the big reveal. They filmed my reaction
That's
to
not surprising at
the
all.
car at least 10 times before I had seen it. And when I did, holy hell.
I thought they just filmed the reaction over and over again. Like, oh, here it is. And then, like, that's the 10th time she's seen it. No, she filmed the reaction but never saw it. She's just, but they never show her in the car in the same shot.
He looked like Barbie's dream car from hell. It was put to the nines and hideous. This had been written by Brooke, who gave a much different reaction during her episode.
Beautiful, perfect color, exactly the color I want.
While every other contestant also filmed their reveal multiple different times.
Same car.
We had to take a lot of takes over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Justin stated they had to keep retaking my reaction. Seth stated I even had to do the reveal of the car like 3 times. However, Jake's reaction...
I like his face there is like perfect for that sense.
Seth
He looks confused, like, I had
to
do the reveal of the car like 3 times?
Of the car like 3 times.
Read it in that voice.
Anecdote was the strangest of them all. His first real reaction to the car was just quiet amazement where he said, "This is good."
This is good.
He immediately yelled redo and then things got a bit weirder.
This is good.
I remember this very clearly. Big Dane, very big dude. He
That's a real, if I saw that reaction, I'd be like, that's a real reaction. It's just, this is good.
puts his arm around my shoulder, kind of walks me around the shop for like 10 minutes, and he's like, "Listen, we put a lot of work into this. We expect you to be a little more enthusiastic, although it would have been hard to conjure enthusiasm for a car that barely worked."
Wait, what the fuck? That was
later
his car?
The problem with the show is they don't fix any of the mechanical issues, and my car was a piece of shit. What they did was make my piece of shit sound exceptionally awesome, which is great, just not great enough to drive on roads.
I mean, hey, to be fair though, that sucks, sure. And you had 7 months. That really sucks. Or however many. It was 5 to 7 months. But now you have a car that was on Pimp My Ride. You could probably sell that fucking bitch for a good amount of money, right? Pimp My Ride was really popular back then. Really popular. So
HuffPost article expanded on this by stating, the car needed a muffler, and so a fake exhaust pipe was installed to make it seem as if that's what the car was supposed to sound like, even though it was just a lack of a muffler, while Exhibit brought up a much more dangerous incident.
There was an instance where one of the cars wasn't fixed correctly, and long story short, this kid was driving this vehicle that was supposed to be like damn near brand new, and the steering wheel came off when he was driving it.
It's therefore no surprise that the production staffer said, "I can say that the cars often weren't fully ready when we shot the reveal. Some had to stay in the shop another week or so to get finished before the kids got them back, especially if they had mechanical issues, and it was Seth and his candy bars who seemed to fit this category." Pimp My Ride doubled
There's fucking candy everywhere. Wait, if he was fat, all that shit should be empty though. Right? Just wrappers everywhere and shit. Like fucking Skittles stuck to his face and shit. Oh, so good. Laffy Taffy fucking like flavor coloring all over his face.
Down on his supposedly crappy diet by installing a cotton candy machine in the boot of the car, which didn't even work.
That's the stupidest shit I ever heard.
As the cotton candy machine didn't have a protective hood that fit. So if I tried turning it on, it would get candy strands everywhere. Very messy, so I never used it again after the shoot. Seth also never used the LED lights installed in the seats as they would get really hot if left on.
Yeah, and also it's fucking stupid. You're sitting on it. Who gives a fuck about the lights?
While he also
it looks cool when you're not in it, but when you're in it, what the fuck? You're sitting on the lights. Like, it'd be one thing if like they were like up like above, you know, LED lights. Oh, I could like turn them on and I could see shit. When you're sitting on it, you can't fucking see anything anymore because there's fucking fat asses on it.
The pistons used to lift them kept them from putting seatbelts in the back, which was highly dangerous. To add a cherry on top.
There's no seatbelts in the back.
Top of the cake, he had to fork out a further $1,700 for a brand new engine, then adding, after that I drove it for a month before someone hit me and totaled it.
What?
However, the
someone hit him?
end to Justin's RAV4 was even more brutal. After 5 years of taking his pimped out ride to car shows, Justin's RAV4 caught on fire whilst driving as a result of faulty wires. It was later confirmed that this had nothing to do with the show, and at least Justin's car was the same one he first sent in, as when Tavrish uploaded a video titled "I bought an abandoned Pimp My Ride minivan," he'd make a shocking discovery. The show originally introduced the minivan as a 1998 Plymouth Grand Voyager, however Tavrish discovered the car was now a 1999 Dodge Caravan, showing that after they wrecked the original minivan, the show sneakily pimped a completely different
car.
As a result, Exhibit has been the brunt of most of the show's backlash.
I was the face of the show, you know what I'm saying? So people associate me with what happened to the car.
Which feels pretty unfair given every contestant has said he's an awesome guy.
Yeah,
in fact,
he seems like a good guy.
Did Pimp My Ride for the following reason.
I actually did Pimp My Ride because I thought they was going to play my music videos.
However, it instead seemed to have the opposite effect.
The show was taking away my credibility of what I'd already done. It was taking so much time. I wasn't able to tour. I wasn't able to record albums.
Oh, damn, I definitely didn't know.
I was there filming.
Yeah,
which is even more
there's a lot of episodes of Pimp My Ride.
Given he was barely paid for it.
But at that particular time, you wasn't really happy with the pay, though. Nah.
And as a result, it's no surprise that Pimp My Ride is unlikely to make a comeback.
When are we gonna get Pimp My Ride?
No, there'll be no more Pimp My Ride.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. I want to see the fucking nightmarish, horrendous looking cars. I'm not even a car guy. Fraud Mile Pot Ride. That was actually a good video. Not that I was expecting SunnyV2 to make a bad one, but like I thought it would be a little bit less interesting. But no, it was pretty good. Yeah, Pimp My Ride is definitely a time capsule, and I think it should stay in its time. Like, what was it, like 2004, 5, 6 maybe? Somewhere around there when it was like super popular. It was real, at least around here where I live, it was fucking hugely popular. Like everybody would make Pimp My Ride jokes or like Ghost Ride the Whip, shit like that. Stupid shit. Anyway, there goes it. Pimp My Ride. Anyway, there goes it. Hope you enjoyed that text. I'm gonna see you guys later. Whatever. Fuck it. Weird ending.